All right, boys and girls, how you doing? Russell, TrueResults303.com. Check out the website. Subscribe to the free newsletter. Get instant updates when new material is put out there. Check the description box for that link and other links to some of my social media websites or my social media outlets. Coming at you today with a video on should you go vegan or vegetarian. That's a big one. I have went vegan myself for, I think, 4 or 5 months before. Last year I went vegan for a month and a half. So, making a video on it. Should you go vegan? And it all just depends. Once again, it's going to be your personal preference. I know a lot of people think if I go vegan, I can lose weight. If I go vegetarian, I can lose weight. And as I listen to all my health podcasts and I do some research myself, a lot of people tend to go vegan or vegetarian when they are kind of in a diabetic state sometimes. And one of the guys I was listening to on one of the podcasts was a doctor, and he talked about well, before I get into it again, once again, folks, is do your own research. This is just stuff I've heard, stuff that I've listened to, that I've researched myself. So, like I said, there was a doctor and he was talking about if someone is pre-diabetic, there's a more than likely chance that whenever you are consuming a carbohydrate, you are becoming diabetic for that small time frame. He said that was what research was starting to show. I can't remember which doctor it was, what his name was, but that's what he said. If you were in if the doctors told you you're pre-diabetic, when you consume a carbohydrate, you are most likely diabetic for that time frame. So another thing is now we've got to realize what are our health issues. If you are that diabetic state, we all know that you have to go lower carbohydrate when you are a diabetic or pre-diabetic. That's one of their dietary recommendations, low carb. So if you are in that situation, now we have to understand that if you go vegan or if you go vegetarian, that is most likely going to be a higher carbohydrate diet because we are eliminating animal sources of food, which are usually going to be high protein. And now you're sticking to a plant-based, which if we're doing fruit, that's all carbohydrate. Rice, beans, complex carbohydrates, rice, beans, lentils, corn, anything of that nature is all going to be high carbohydrate. So that could be a reason why someone will go vegetarian, vegan, and they can no longer lose weight and they don't see the benefits that a lot of other people that they follow or that they know, the results that they get of weight loss, they're not achieving that. And that's because once again your body is probably unable to properly process a carbohydrate because your hormones are all in whack. So what can we do? If you are going to go vegan or vegetarian, something that I would suggest, and once again do your own research, is first off, you might have to go low carb for 2, 3, 4 weeks just so your body can get used to properly functioning, and then you slowly add carbohydrates back in. So I would say, of course, we have to go lower carbohydrate 3 to 4 weeks. And then for the next 3 to 4 weeks, we slowly start adding quality and healthy carbohydrates back into our diet and make sure that our body is functioning properly with those carbohydrates. And then we can go into a full vegan or vegetarian diet. So for you, that would mean it would be a cycling period. It's going to be about I'd say a 4 to 8 week transition before we can truly go vegan or vegetarian, because we have to make sure that our body can properly digest a carbohydrate and utilize it. So that's my answer. First of all, do your research, and then depending on how your body is, if you're pre-diabetic, diabetic, then we have to kind of follow what I would consider a protocol of reducing carbohydrates, which would mean you would have to consume meat products and then slowly start adding carbohydrates back in to ensure that the body is functioning properly when you digest these foods, and then we can go into vegan or that vegetarian lifestyle. And once again, it's trial and error, and you're going to have to see, is your body functioning properly when you are using this diet? If it's not, then it's not for you. So it's all just going to depend on you, but I think that's a safe way of going about transitioning to a vegetarian or a vegan diet. All right, folks, so once again, thank you for watching. Check the description box, connect with me, share these videos, like these videos, and I'll be coming at you with another one soon.